What's the weather?
It's currently clear at 34 degrees.
34 degrees, 75 mile an hour wind. Well, you do the math on that. You're gonna have some wind chill. Oh, alright, come on over. I'll be nice. Yeah. Alright, 34 degrees, that's not too bad. MotoRider, my VTX 1800, and it's about 34 degrees, sunny morning, it's a little breezy. So I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things I do to ride in the cold. I don't know if it helps. I do ride every day. I do live in Missouri, which helps. You know, our roads stay reasonably dry. Matter of fact, even in the dead of winter, a lot of times there's snow on the ground, but the roads still look pretty darn good. So I love how close they like to cut this little corner. Now it's my real estate. Hanging back a bit, but still my real estate, you know. First thing I do when I know it's going to be super cold is, and today's not super cold. 35 degrees is not that bad. A lot of times when I ride, believe it or not, it's in the 20s. So this isn't that bad for me. But I take some precautions, and one of the things I do, I check the tire pressure. You know, I try to rotate my bikes as best I can. I got 4 of them. You know, a lot of times the cold air shrinks the air molecules or whatever, lowers your tire pressure. Number 2, let the bike warm up. I don't care if it's fuel injected or carbureted. You want to let it warm up. You know, let the oil warm up, get around all the moving parts, put some viscosity in there, add to the life of your motorcycle. Another thing you got to remember when you're riding in the cold, your tires will warm up eventually, but you know, you got to give it time to warm up. I wouldn't try doing any fancy moves right away, especially when it's in the 30s. You know, your tires are going to be, hey, there's a fellow rider. Hey, brother. All right. He's looking over at me like, he's got a bearing. I don't have anything. No, I don't care. So, check your tire pressure. Let your bike warm up. And make sure you dress right for the occasion. You know? If it's going to be cold, like in the 30s, you might want to consider some heated gloves if you're going to be on the highway. The wind chill on the highway is huge. I mean, everybody's seen the wind chill chart, but, you know, if it's 34 degrees right now and I'm about to do 75, so 34 degrees, 75 mile an hour wind, well, you do the math on that. You're going to have some wind chill. Oh, alright, come on over, I'll be nice. Wearing 2 layers of pants. I got 2 thermal jacket. Neck gaiter is very important. And you might want to consider a full face visor, full face helmet with a visor. Because if you're going to be riding in the cold a lot, you're going to want a full face helmet with a visor. You're not going to want to be messing around, you know, with the super cold wind blasting you right in your face for 30 minutes. You know, if you got a long ride to work, you're going to be on the highway for a while, you don't want cold air blasting your face like that. I will say, to make a little side note here about Shinko tires, I've had Shinkos on 3 of my bikes, Shinko 777s. I currently have a set of Shinkos on this, my 1800, and I will tell you, the stickiness, even in the cold, it's just good. I mean, you can feel it when you go into a turn, like you feel how sticky the tire is. They're very, very, I mean, I know they're cheaper, and they're sticky rubber. They don't last super long, but it won't last you like as long as like Michelin. Although I will will say I've got Michelin Commander 2s on my VTX 1300, and they're excellent. They're sticky too. I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're really good. So riding in the cold. So here's the thing. I wear heated gloves if it's going to be in the 30s or less, because, you know, the fact of the matter is, as good as you are on a motorcycle, if you lose, you know, these control of your hands, then you're pretty much done. So you don't want to lose control of your hands, because they're numb and you can't move them. Lose control of your hands, it's kind of game over. Now, I do not go if there's ice. If there's a bunch of ice on the ground, forget it, man. Just don't do it. You know, you'll regret it. It's not worth it. I've been out a couple times where it was pretty questionable. It looked kind of dry like this, but it was gray and cloudy, and it started freezing rain on me. You know, and that was, I probably shouldn't have been out in that. And to be honest with you, also, I headed for home. I didn't stay out in it. Give you an idea of some of the stuff I'm dealing with here. Come in this morning, my 1600 Thunderbird's facing that way. My 1300, my 1800, and my adventure bike are all facing that way. So I think they got in a fight overnight. I don't know. Nobody's talking, but something definitely happened here. TG Motor Rider signing off.